for you. Just
Pause
good.
for 1 second.
Sure.
Yeah. Is the audio good, Rob, on the last
Okay.
one? Yeah.
Good stuff, Ryan.
Planes
Good
and
stuff.
trains here.
Yeah.
With the airport not too many furlongs from Woodbine, going overhead constantly, it's strange that if you've been here a while, you tend to get used to it.
I think it's pretty cool. You know, so many times I'll be walking here in the backstretch and I'll see an aeroplane coming and you flick out the phone and it's like, okay, there's one for the Facebook or the Instagram story.
The world really does come to Woodbine. We have jockeys from all over the world, from Japan, from Puerto Rico, from South Africa. So it's really an interesting melting pot almost to see what Woodbine brings in terms of an international crowd.
I'm Ryan Munger. I'm from South Africa, 27 years old. I took a chance, I'm here, and I couldn't be more happier.
Fantastic performance by jockey Ryan Munger.
What is it about horses that you love?
Everything. To be fair, everything.
Kelsey understands being a jockey because she is one, and she's been around horses for her whole life. She's an assistant trainer, she works in the barns. She understands the early mornings and the physical toll it takes on riding horses every day.
You're like a movie star, the camera this way.
I love the story of Ryan Munger and his wife for a lot of reasons, and what I think this goes to show is that when you are a jockey who is successful elsewhere, and for him, literally across the world, when you have to come to a new riding colony and a very, very competitive one at that, think about what you need to do. You can have all the credentials that you've done well, you've been a champion rider, but now you've got to prove yourself over here.
We always had it that we were going somewhere else or wherever else we could. You know, while we're young, we wanted to go and experience racing in as many places as possible. And once we got here, we kind of just thought, well, this is it, you know, it's great.
It was a good opportunity it came up. I was doing pretty good in South Africa at the time, and I thought, you know what, I want change. I want to just see if I can do something different.
Sitting in Singapore when he started looking into it, and we wanted to do more. We wanted to carry on going to new places, learning while we were young and adapting.
We got into Singapore, which is nice, and we spent 2020 there, and then COVID happened. Oof, it was hard. It was very difficult. It was our first overseas experience together, and yeah, COVID happened, and I'm sure you guys must get the same feeling. You think, oh, COVID wasn't that bad, and then you think about it and you're like, no, it was actually bad. That year was a very testing year, but from there we decided, you know what, our next venture will definitely be Woodbine.
It took a lot longer than we thought. We left Singapore in December of 2020, and we expected to be here by the April of 2021. So we moved home and hardly unpacked, and by about July we thought, oh no, it's going to take a while longer.
It was a rough year, but at least I know if we could make it through that year, throw anything at us, I'm sure we'll make it through that.
Yeah, make or break.
Yeah, that was our make or break, and we made it. Thanks, Mike. Okay, bye-bye. The agent organizing me the rides. My agent, Mike, he really helped push us in the right directions and guide us and getting off to a good start here and showing us the ropes. Having Mike was really a huge help that, you know, it really propelled us in the right direction.
Typically somebody hires you because they know you. So I mean, he had to put a lot of faith in too, on telephone conversations on hiring me to represent him, and then have enough courage to come over here and, you know, on my word say, well, we can take care of everything. So, but it's been good. It's been a great relationship.
Silent miracle, what a beginning for Ryan Munger, he wins.
You come over here, okay, now I'm getting ready to ride. Now you're going in a room with a lot of other riders who are already established, and you're a question mark. So what is the best way you can provide that exclamation point? How's the best way to introduce yourself? He wins his first race. I think that he could have told you the Hollywood ending would be, what's the end of the script? That I win my first race over here.
He'd come over and he didn't even have a mount that day, and Kimura, KK, had ridden in the Kentucky Derby and wasn't going to make it back in time, was named on a pretty live horse on a trainer I've been familiar with for a long time. And I kept running to his barn and showing him videos of Ryan riding in South Africa. And, you know, finally he talked to the owners. We sent the owners the videos and they said, let's give it a crack.
A little Frisky coming, taking the lead, and a little Frisky has got up to win for Ryan Munger.
Here you got the claiming system, in Africa you got the handicap system. In South Africa you got beautiful, long, wide sweeping turns, where here you got this, you know, these tight little racy tracks where you got to get horses into good positions or else, you know, you could be in very big trouble. So there's a lot of differences. Adapting is everything. Racing here is not the same as like when I raced in South Africa or any other country for that matter.
That looks really good. Right, core's tight.
Feeling good and strong.
Yeah.
You know, they may look small, but these jockeys are pure muscle. They need to be able to control a 1,200-pound animal who has a mind of his own going around in a circle.
How was all the weigh-ins and stuff? It's good?
Yeah, my weight has been very good.
Yeah.
So whatever we're doing, keep doing it. You know, I never took training and stuff seriously, I'll be honest with you. I was a jockey, I rode every day, and you know, if I wasn't riding in races, I was working horses in the morning. That's how I looked at it, and I decided this year, I said, you know what, let me change things up. It's not going to do me harm, you know, and there's a lot of stigma around that, the personal training and stuff, you put on muscle, which is going to put on weight. But you know, my trainer, he's very good and he knows, you know, what sort of stuff to do.
It's been a unique experience and it's been a lot of fun. And riding the horses, it takes a lot of strength and, you know, especially in the core and the hip and the shoulders. And that's the kind of the areas we focus on to keep Ryan not only feeling good, but performing at his best.
I go twice a week and a day before races, he'll get me, you know, stretched out and I'll be ready to go. And it's a lot of fine tuning rather than muscle building. You know, I'm very consistent with my gymming and my riding, and it's definitely shown.
I consider us at Woodbine lucky to have the Mungers here. They are the most positive, most uplifting, rosiest people that you can be around. If you're having a bad day, all you need to do is find them in the backstretch and they will lift you up in a heartbeat.
I think my biggest draw to Woodbine was the fact that we wouldn't have to be away permanently, if that makes sense. Like, we have the opportunity to go home in the winter, which was a big draw because we're both quite close with our families and everything. So it was really awesome to be able to come and experience the great big Woodbine and then still be able to go home. It's like the best of both worlds.
You know, from making my meals to organizing passports and visas, and you know, I'm just so glad that we're in the same industry and she works here on the ground with me. Without her here, I don't know, I'd be a jockey, but I don't know where I'd be riding. I'd probably be somewhere in South Africa still just cruising along. You know, she really helps me get the best out of me and, you know, pushes me for greatness, and I'm just truly grateful.
I think we're good, guys. You nailed it. That was great.
Thank you, guys.
High five.
Hello, Mungers. How are you?
Are we all good, thanks, and yourself?
Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing in the so-called off-season. It's the off-season for Woodbine, but it's not the off-season for you guys.
Well, yeah, well, it started off as a nice holiday. I took a month off. Geez, it's been straight back into work, basically. I've been riding a lot of horses. At least I've been having winners, so that makes life a lot easier. But it's been good, enjoying nice sunny weather this side. And yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. Just seeing friends, family, balancing it with work, just cruising.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, you guys, I don't know if you made history, but it was pretty cool for us to see. Tell us a little bit about what happened with the back-to-back races and the back-to-back wins.
Oh yeah, that was quite a cool day. We have won races on the same day before, but never like that. So it was quite nice to open up the card with a winner for myself, and then Ryan just didn't want to let me have the upper hand, so he went and proceeded to have 2 winners, but it was cool.
Yeah, it was a memorable day. You know, that's one of those things you won't forget. She won the first, and then I won the next 2. So the Mungers had the first 3 in the bank.